All right, today we are trying. Oh crap, I forgot the music. Well, as I'm starting that up, hello again, everybody. This is yet another Drawing Your OCs challenge thing video. And today I wanted to get a little bit of a head start. So I'm not waiting for people to show up in the chat. I've actually got a couple drawings here that I need to do beforehand. Thank you to the over 4,000 of you who have sent me your OCs at this point. And I say, well, eyes are down here first and foremost. Let's just go ahead and get started. Now, hello everybody, hello. Come on in, get comfortable, take a seat. We're going to draw some pretty cool OCs today. Now, if you weren't here for the last stream, we ended on a bit of a cursed note. We don't talk about that. Yesterday's short, the first one, I drew at least 8 individual OCs that you can see here. And it was honestly really cool. But I've got a couple OCs that I need to draw first and foremost today. So I need to do Mochi's, who has sent me theirs on Discord. Mochi is one of the artists for MD Season 2. And I also need to redraw, let me pull up the image here. If you guys didn't see, I made a post the other day, actually last night, asking for people to redraw my OC with their OC. And if you did that, then I would draw your OC next. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the lovely, lots of wholesome comments here today in the live chat. Thank you very much. But so far, I've gotten one, which was honestly very quick. It's from whoever this artist is. I'm not entirely sure who this individual is today, but I am going to redraw their OC. They've got a pretty fun, very simple design here with that nice little tail, but I really appreciate that. If you guys are wondering, my OC is actually from the book on screen right now, American Nexus, the complete series. I also have my special author's copy right here. You guys should absolutely read it. I'm not asking you to buy it. I'm asking you to read it. There's a direct link in the description. Please do so. And let's just get right into it, shall we? So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to pull up, let's start with Mochi, since Mochi is in the chat right now, and I really appreciate that. So we're going to draw their OC first, and today I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to try and be a little more funny, if that makes sense, with the drawings. Not going to go any deeper than that, but we're going to, you'll see what I mean here in a second. Okay, so this is the OC that we're going to be drawing first. Okay, a lot of people, can I clear something up? Can I clear something up really quick? A lot of you were under the impression based on the video I made last night that I don't like furries, or that I'm, not that this is a furry, but it just reminded me. I never said that I hated furries or that I'm not going to draw furry OCs. Okay, you guys made that all up on your own. Never once did those words come out of my mouth. I am more than happy to draw furry OCs. In fact, I have drawn furry OCs. I've drawn SpongeBob OCs, TMNT, My Hero OCs, and plenty of Gacha OCs as well. So don't think that I'm not going to draw your OC, okay? At least try. The only OCs that I'm not going to redraw are those generated with AI. So if you don't fall under that criteria, you should be okay. So that being said, let's draw this. Again, not saying this is a furry OC, it's just really cool. But yeah, personally, have nothing against furries whatsoever. Eyes down here, guys, eyes down here. Nothing against furries personally. I've actually met quite a few OCs. Remember, I used to, not globetrot necessarily, but I used to go to a ton of conventions. And yeah, it just started, by the way, so you guys are all on time. But yeah, every furry that I've met personally has been pretty chill, honestly. I will say, and everyone's going to have a different opinion on this. This is just my personal experience going to conventions. I have never felt more safe personally than when I'm with a group of furries. Not that I feel unsafe at conventions anyway, but yeah, I just never had a problem with them personally. So if you are a furry, or if you're someone who is in the furry community, I'm not going to say that, you know, this is the place for you or anything like that. You're welcome to hang out here. Never going to turn you away. Unless you're being like inappropriate, but that goes for everybody and not any one group. Sorry, I'm doing a little sketch here first. Trying to do a little sketch, get things figured out. The number one thing I want to prove with this series, by the way, is not only that I am a more than capable artist here, I also want to dispel some rumors that I've been hearing quite a bit lately. The rumors are that Murder Drones Season 2, which is a series here on my channel that I've helped make. I've written the entire thing. A lot of artists, including Mochi, whose OC I'm drawing right now, have helped with that project. And there was a rumor that started going around that Murder Drones Season 2 and my channel, by extension, would not be successful without the artists who have helped. And I'm not going to say that that isn't partially true, but I also want to make abundantly clear that as much as I love the artists that have volunteered their time and their effort to help with MD Season 2, it's not I couldn't have done this on my own sort of thing. Hey, Mayor. It's more so people volunteered to help, and I was more than happy to bring them on. I just want to make it abundantly clear, and I want to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that if, heaven forbid, everybody left the project suddenly overnight. I hope that never happens. But if, heaven forbid, that were to happen, MD Season 2 is going to be finished completely. It is going to exist. It's already been on. We're on episode 8 right now. I'm planning on an 8 and a 9. But nothing would stop just because people jump on or leave the project, so to speak. Just want to throw that out there. And I just want to make it abundantly clear that I'm more than capable of doing all of this on my own. I just choose not to. I would much rather bring in, people that are a part of the Murder Drones community. I would much rather bring in artists who are trying to get their name out there. I don't have the biggest platform in the world, as you guys know, but I've got a pretty good one. And it's growing bigger and bigger every day, thanks to all of you guys. And I would love to give people a shot, so to speak, that I never got when I was getting my start as an artist. It can suck trying to navigate the internet. It can absolutely suck, and I understand that better than most, I would say, because I got my start on social media as an artist, not as a Pokemon guy, not as a funny man, but as an artist. But yeah, just want to give people the opportunity to hopefully increase their reach at least a little bit, but that's just me. All right, with that, again, I don't want to spend too much time on any one person's OC. I'd much rather give as much time and attention as I can to as many people as possible. So my apologies if things are a little, not rushed, but a little less detailed than maybe you guys were expecting. Again, I enjoy doing all of this. I enjoy the messages of concern as well. People have been telling me, don't forget to take breaks. Don't forget to, rest if need be. I appreciate the concern, but I'm going to continue doing this until my hands fall off. But yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, Warped the Wolf, you have taken things way too personally. I never promised I would draw your OC, nor did I say I wouldn't draw your OC. You are acting like a complete baby right now. And yes, I'm calling you out. This is absolutely ridiculous. You are being so immature, Warped the Wolf. You make me not want to draw your OC when you just assume that I've I don't even know what you're assuming I've done at this point. I never promised I would draw your OC. Never did I say I wouldn't draw it. I also didn't say there was a problem with it. You're acting completely unreasonable. You are absolutely out of line here. And frankly, you're lucky that I'm even letting you take part in this live stream right now. You are just so out of line and it's not even funny. So please do us all a favor and try not to act like a complete baby right now. Can you do that for me? Okay, good. I'm glad we reached that agreement. So just sit there and wait your turn like everybody else. I don't care how impatient you are, okay? That doesn't make it okay what you've been doing. What you've been saying to other people who have tried to reassure you. Like, don't even try and pull that. Everything that I'm doing here right now, it is 100% volunteer work. I am not getting paid for this. You guys aren't paying for it. I'm doing this because I want to. And because I'm trying to be nice. So if you want to ruin that for everybody else by just, again, acting like a child, then by all means, keep doing it. And before anybody says, man, that's harsh, you shouldn't talk like that, I don't care. All right? Far too many people out there are too nice on the internet. They let stuff slide because they're afraid of people. I do not care at this point. Everything that I do, I've earned myself. And I don't like bullies. And frankly, Warp the Wolf has been acting like a complete bully for far too long. So, just wanted to lay that out there. And by the way, the second you decide to leave nasty comments about someone or something on somebody's content, you open yourself up to receive the same. So, there you go. Blitz and Fitz, you absolutely should. You should absolutely buy a copy of the book. It's available digitally and physically, but I appreciate either or. It's a great book. It's technically 4 books in one. Yeah, I highly encourage you guys read it, and if you like it, then buy it. Right, let's see here. We got that. Let's do that. And oh, I forgot the tail had spikes. Okay, my bad. Gonna add some spikes like that. We're going for a more casual cat-like look. How's that sound? What's the book about? Well, I'll tell you. Past me can explain it a lot better than current me can, especially because I'm a little rattled right now. I apologize. I was in a car accident yesterday. So if you guys, I mean, I don't like to bring up my personal life, but yeah, so I got in a pretty bad, or no, it wasn't yesterday. It was on Sunday, I think it was. I've been in car accidents before, none of which have been my fault. This was also not my fault. I was on my way somewhere. I was pulling into the parking lot, and some person decided, I'm trying not to speak ill of them because I don't know what their situation is, but they were coming from Costco, and thank you. I think American Nexus is also. I'm as okay as I can be. I'm upset. I don't like it when I get in car accidents. I don't know anybody that does. But long story short, this person had bought a bunch of giant boxes from Costco and decided to drive home at top speed without strapping any of them down. And they took a corner right past me. So they drove around me as I pulled off into the middle lane and to turn. And one of the boxes came flying out of the back of their vehicle and smashed into mine. And I'm not going to tell you what kind of vehicle I drive, but it's not big. It's the only vehicle I've ever had. I bought it with cash for a couple $1,000s back in like 2019 when I started working full time. And it's my baby. And I don't like it when people hit my baby. So I was not very happy, as you guys can probably imagine. And I haven't been very happy since. So yeah, it's not fun getting in car accidents. For anyone who has not been in a car accident, let me phrase it to you this way. If you've ever been in a bumper car before, getting into a car accident, I mean, it depends on the accident, of course, but generally speaking, when you're in an accident, it's like being in a bumper car, except the bumper car is all around you. And that's basically what happened. It was a most unpleasant experience, and fortunately, it looks like the car is going to be okay. As far as I know, I'm okay. I was a little shaky after the accident, understandably, but I didn't yell at the person. I didn't hurt them. I didn't assault them or anything like that. Not that I would anyway, but I was very civil. They were very civil. No altercation took place. And all in all, things turned out okay, better than most. But yeah, thank you for all the kind wishes. I assume my car is going to be okay. My baby's going to be okay. This Wednesday, so tomorrow, is when it's supposed to be fixed. So we'll wait and see until then before anything else. We'll see if everything turns out okay. I assume it will. Again, most of it was cosmetic, but I'm glad you like this color, Gigi. But yeah. Warped Wolf, if you want to draw my OC, you're more than welcome to. I've already included it in a post. Go for it, man. Just be better going forward, okay? Be better. You are better. You're better than that. A lot better, I'd say. I don't know you personally, and I personally hope I never do, but yeah, just be better, man. Come on. Never get emotional, especially on the internet. Holy crap. Ugh. All right, we're going to come in like this. Do a little of this. Again, I'm trying not to spend too much time on any one OC, as much as I might enjoy the person whose OC I'm drawing right now. Or at least their work. I enjoy their company, enjoy their work. They do some good stuff. If you guys haven't subscribed, go subscribe to Mochi. Really, really good art all around. All right, in the eyes, one of them is pink and one of them is purple. So, just like that. And we'll do the dark purple for the other one. How's that sound? At least dark in the bottom here. And then lighter at the top, because that's what I see in the main drawing. User isn't accepting friend requests? Huh. That's weird. Are you sure that's what it said? Because my account should be pretty open right now. Should be pretty available for... see, content, families. I'm looking at it right now. What kind of Discord server or account do you have? Because it could be something on your end too. I don't know. I'll have to look at it later. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So we got that, and then we got some gray here because there's different colors for the kitty. So we'll do some gray right here. Just try and blend it in a little bit. A little fun like that. And then it's the other leg. We can only see one side for this one. Let's get the green. Not the best color in the world, but the point is made. There's also some gray on the top of the head. So we'll do a little Simba thing here. There we go, just like that. And then the actual paw itself, claws, just like that. And then, oh, almost forgot the spikes on the tail. Gotta draw those as well. Or color those in, I should say. Okay, we got that. And now it is time for shading, so to speak. I like this gray here. Actually, let's just use the actual blender, because there is a marker that's specifically a blender. Let's try and blend things together. Again, not totally accurate, but we are supposed to be drawing things with a twist. And that is exactly what I am doing here. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera or not, but it definitely, using the blender allows the colors to really spike. Really brings the life out of them. that. Just like that. And honestly, I'm kind of content with this. I know I could have done more, for sure. Could have done more. But sometimes less is more. And the last thing oh, you know what? I'll do one more thing. There's supposed to be a little brown on the stomach here. We'll add a little bit of brown here. Just a little bit of brown. Just like this. Just like that. There you go. A little bit of brown. Okay, there you go. Thank you guys. I appreciate this. Appreciate all the nice comments I'm seeing. Yeah, Worked Wolf, you can make up for it by not doing it again. That's the easiest way. Just don't do it again. I mean, if you're offering, you could always, like, I don't know, get a copy of the book, buy some merch if you like stickers. I got tons of merch on my store. But yeah. All right, so we got that done. There you go. Let me pull it up here so you guys can see. Again, not the most complicated drawing here. This is clearly the superior image. Thank you. Thank you, Dread. It's slaying, sir. Thanks. But here we go. Here's my little rendition. Again, much more simplistic. Definitely check out Mochi's channel. But I hope you enjoy that little sketch there. Imagine what I can do when I actually put my mind to it. But yeah. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Okay, next thing we're going to do, I have one more drawing that I quote-unquote have to do, or at least that I agreed to do. So here we go. Yeah, if you guys like stickers, then shopprofsir.myspreadshop.com. There should be a link in the description. But yeah, it's all my artwork that I've done. That shirt right there is actually something I drew completely. But this is what we're going to do next right here. So we're going to bring our eyes back down here. We're going to do this one here. Allow me to, I got to be careful actually. I want to just, man, I don't know where to put stuff. There's never enough room. I don't want it to bleed through and stain my copies. So we'll just keep it up here. How's that sound? You guys can still kind of see it, but yeah. Is it easy to read your book? English isn't your first language and you want to practice? I would say yeah. I don't want to call the book easy to read, but it's definitely not complicated. To give you guys a little taste of what the book is, I'll just read the back for you real quick because it's technically an excerpt from the book itself. So bear with me real quick. The more James tried to look for the good in his roommates, the more frustrated he became. Why couldn't they just leave him alone? Why'd they have to drag him out tonight? Why had he been forced to go to college in the first place? Why'd he have to live in a stupid country that required you to go if you wanted a good job? Most of all, why couldn't he just get sucked into another world like the main character of one of his favorite shows? If he could just live in some traditional fantasy land, then he could be bigger and stronger than anyone else, able to stand up to those around him without fear. He'd be a real hero for a change, not a glorified taxi driver. If he could be taken to another world, he would become strong enough that he wouldn't ever need to hide in the closet again. He could be unstoppable. So, hey, Serial Designation Goofy. Is drawing like a hobby to me? I mean, yeah. I definitely consider writing to be more of... Okay, go away, Siri. My gosh. I gotta turn that off. Siri has never helped me ever. But, yeah, American Nexus is the story of a pretty... kind of a jerk, to be honest. A jerky kind of dude. I drew that, by the way. That's like the logo for the book. You can see it on the cover right there. But it's the story of a guy who wants to get isekai'd to another world. And boy, oh boy, does he eventually get his wish. But instead of ending up in some fantasy land with waifus, he ends up in the Oval Office and becomes president. Of course, there's still magic. There's still fantasy and stuff. But yeah, American Nexus, like I said, it's technically 4 books in one. But I'd say Percy Jackson is a really good comparison for this book. If you guys like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, then you will absolutely adore American Nexus, the complete series. And it's got everything. Fun fact, all of the characters in this book are named after actors and musicians. So see if you can name them all. There's a pretty obvious one. One of the characters' names is Gyllenhaal. I'll let you make the comparison there, but this is what we're going to draw right here. This person was kind enough to draw my OC. This is from American Nexus, by the way, this character. Is it family friendly? Yes, 100%. I mean, it is a little violent. There's blood splatters on the cover for a reason and claw marks, but it is 100% AI free. You guys can read this. Even if you can't buy the book, you can read, I think it's the first 8.5 chapters for free. Just go to Amazon and click read sample. Let me see if I can pull it up for you, actually. It's really not that hard. I've tried to make it as accessible as possible. It is safe for work. But yeah, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That's what American Nexus is. So check it out. Let me pull it up for you guys. American Nexus, the complete series. Let me just make sure that my address is covered up here. Okay, yeah, there it is. I think we're good. Yeah, American Nexus, the complete series. Just look for, there should be a read sample. I don't know. I usually do things on the computer, and there's usually, when you click on the cover, there's a big like read sample option. But this is what the actual book looks like. That's the front. That's the back. 100% AI free, by the way. But definitely check it out. Highly, highly encourage you to. Okay, no guarantees, serial designation Goofy. Yeah, it's a fun book. But let's draw this OC really quick. It shouldn't be that hard. Looks like it's just I'm assuming a female character with, look at those legs. That is like 90% of the body right there. Thank you, X Wrong World. I'll take a look at it here in just a second. But let's draw this character really quick. I'm going to draw him with a twist, as always. We're going to do something like this. I'm going to do a little bit of hair, because everything's in black, so I'm just going to just do a little of this, a little of that. I highly encourage, if you guys find yourselves wanting to do art at some point in your lives, get to the point, well, think of Silksong, get good, but get to the point where you can draw with a single utensil, so to speak, or a single tool. Like you don't need multiple things to draw with. You can just kind of like do it on your own without any issues. If you guys couldn't tell already. Oh, one more thing. One huge disclaimer about American Nexus. It is not a political book either. There's no politics in this book, which that's like the best joke in the whole thing. It's called American Nexus. There's like a kind of a flag on the front. It is not an American book necessarily. America is just the setting. So if that's a concern, most people don't care. I just like to throw it out there because, again, it's supposed to be like the funniest book or the funniest joke in the whole thing. But yeah, it's not a political book at all. Again, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. You should or the Lightning Thief, I should say. I know it is the Lightning Thief. Definitely check it out if you are a fan of those books. All right, let's do, so there's like the vest here. So come down like this, really simplistic. Not trying to do anything like super crazy on this one. I'm just going down like that. And honestly, I think we'll just leave it at that because the twist for this one is that this character isn't what they appear to be. They're actually going to be wearing a mask of some kind. And with this mask, it's going to be kind of like this. I love masks. I love drawing characters with masks. Because masks are cool. Just like that. Sorry, I'm trying to balance between looking at the chat and looking here. I will check my settings, Starlet, on Discord. if I can't figure it out, I mean, I'm not going to do it on stream, obviously, because we've got, other priorities right now. But I'll take a look here in just a minute. And if I can't get it figured out, then we might just have to communicate via like Instagram or email or something like that. But we will figure it out no matter what. Again, shout out to whoever this user is. I don't know exactly what their name is off the top of my head, but they did a bang up job and I appreciate their effort. Now we come in here. Masks or helmets, they're really good. Yeah, please do, Wrong World, please do. Here's what we do now. Come in like this. Seriously, Master's Touch, not sponsored or anything, but I wish I was, because dang, these markers rock. And I've used a lot of markers in my time, believe that. Color that in. Just like that. Just like that. Again, not trying to spend too much time on any one OC. Just trying to have a little bit of fun with the process. I know earlier I said you should learn how to draw with only a single marker or a single utensil, but I like to draw, I at least like to shade if possible. Add a little bit of detail, Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little. Just a little detail. Why are you peed off, Ashen? Why is you peed off? You have a new OC for me to draw? Well, we'll get to it if we get to it. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a tail on this character. So let's make the tail really quick. Like that. It's like a hook or a scorpion tail or something. Like that. Yeah, it's going to be a big, thick tail. Looks like it's just got these marks here, kind of like a snake. Something kind of like that. Kind of like that. I like that. Just like with digital art, it's all about layers. Of course, with digital art, it's a little bit easier because you can add layers at will. But with traditional art, you have to be a little bit more careful. Otherwise, your stuff's going to turn out looking weird. Do that, and then we'll do a little bit. Where can I find your Discord? I don't have a Discord server. I just have a username. It's Profsir. Profsir. Just because you send me a message does not mean I'm going to respond. I generally only talk to people that are helping with MD Season 2. So unless that is you, don't expect to hear from me very much, if at all. Because I like to keep all of you at arm's length. And can you blame me? Just a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Kind of like that. All right, we'll call it good there. Is it perfect? Of course not. But I like it. I must agree with the people who worry for your well-being. Well, you don't want to carpal tunnel your way to the hospital? Oh, please. Like, look at this. Nothing. I am so good. Honestly, if I'm going to get carpal tunnel from anything, it's the amount of time I spend writing books. I was actually writing my next book today. But more on that in the near future. So this was the OC originally. Again, appreciate the fan art of American Nexus. That always gets my attention. And this is what we got. So I drew it. It's got a tiny, tiny little bit of shading. Might be difficult to see, but yeah. Added a funny little faceless mask on there, and yeah. There you go. Hope you guys appreciate that. Okay. Who wants me to draw their OC? More than happy to. Let's open that back up. There we go. All right, so here we go, everybody. Let's see. Let's see here. You guys know how to We Are Crazy. I mean, I wasn't going to jump to any conclusions, but let's say the first person to comment a moon emoji. Any moon emoji. As long as it's got the moon in it, first person to put a moon emoji, I'll draw your OC next. How's that sound? I've got the chat pulled up right here. Pull it up so you guys can see it. Also, thank you, Odd Monstrosity. I've made this the background of my browser whenever I pull it up. But yeah, first person to do, I've got live chat pulled up. Live chat. Oh, there you go, Alice. Congratulations. Alice is the first person to put... Come on. There we go. Go to channel. Here we go. All right, congratulations, Alice. I'm going to draw your OC next, okay? Everybody else, if your name isn't Alice, don't worry. I'll try and get to you when I can. Okay, so I'm going to assume this is your OC right here.
From this video.
Maxi? Oh, that's a fun design. I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. You don't know what to... I like the caption. I don't know what to put here. I'm not a YouTuber. Well, that makes two of us. Congratulations, though. Let's see here. All right, let's draw Alice's really quick. This shouldn't take super long, but this will be very, very interesting. How about with this one? Let's just get right into it, shall we? You got an ad for crypto? Dude, Vimo, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Guys, please don't ever buy crypto. Please. Oh my gosh, never get into crypto. Such a scam. All right, let's do things here. Again, I'm drawing your OCs with a twist. So if it's not exactly the same as your drawing, please don't take it personally. We're going to make things a little more unleashed here. Did you guys hear about the fake Disney artist guy that's getting called out en masse on social media? Really awesome story. Seeing people who use AI getting called out for their crap. Always love seeing it. For anybody who doesn't know, not that drama is like my go-to thing or anything like that. It just, you know, it's entertaining, especially when it involves someone who's clearly lying. Long story short, I don't know what the guy's name is. I don't really care to find out. But he basically traced a bunch of classic Disney drawings, passed it off on as his own, and I think he worked for a card, like a Disney card game or something like that. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff, so I don't know all the details. But yeah, he got called out for it, and he's been like copyright striking people's YouTube channels, I guess, just for talking about him. So, I mean, I doubt he's ever going to see this, so I'm not particularly worried about it. But yeah, it's kind of funny because... I mean, I understand, you know, there's a lot of pressure when it comes to Disney stuff. A lot of pressure involved. But at the same time, did you really have to trace somebody else's stuff? Like, come on. Just draw it on your own. I take a lot of pride in never... I hope it's obvious. I really hope it's obvious. I take a lot of pride in never having traced over somebody else's artwork. Half the time, I don't even use references. I know some people do that. They go to Pinterest or whatever. I don't do that either. I like to be as original as possible, unless it's something like a little more serious, like I'm trying to draw a specific power plant or something, and and that's it. You'll do fine, White Flower. You'll do fine on your test. It'll be okay. You just gotta tough it out, you know? That being said, if you're particularly sick, then try not to be super active. Just me personally saying that, though. Being sick sucks. I am not sponsored, but I recommend Super C, or at least the ingredients in Super C. It's got red clover, Enchinacea, Oregon grape, cayenne, elderflower, lobila, and white pine. It'll help a lot. It'll help you not get sick. That is the closest thing to a supplement that I take. But yeah, I don't know how it works for everybody's a little different, but I enjoy it quite a bit. Okay, let's see here. It just comes out kind of like this. And then, yeah, there's like a necklace right here. So let's do that. We got I'm going to add a mouth right here. Because again, I'm drawn with a twist. Your OC is very cute. And so I'm going to do everything in my power to make it not as cute. And this is what I mean. I would apologize, but you should never apologize for your artwork. Don't ever be an apologist for your own work. Don't talk down about your own stuff. I know it's hard. It's real easy to talk down about your stuff, but you never should. Ever. Under any circumstances. Because honestly, if you're not sharing your artwork on, then who is? Am I okay? I mean, I think I'm okay. Your lungs want us... Whoa, Mare. I hope not. I hope not. That's like not fun. You should never do that. Don't let your lungs take you out of the picture, okay? But yeah, if you're sick, then take it easy. We'll do something like that. Then we've got... I see like this. I know that's not the design on the original image, but this is just what I see. So that's what I'm drawing. Do some of this. Bring this up right here. A little bit more of this. Very Power Rangers Dino Thunder of me, I know. Rest in peace, Tommy. I wish you would have stayed, man. I really do. Do something like this. Do a little something like this too. A little bit of shading. A nice little callback to the original image here. Let's see. Duly noted. I'm glad. Does it have to be using the sound, or can it be a post tagging you? You can tag me if you want. Hi, Sinista. You can absolutely tag me if you want. But honestly, the sound is the best way to go. Because I do check the sound and my community posts pretty regularly. So feel free to use those if you'd like. Something a little like this. A little bit of this. I'm going to try and not spend, again, too much time on any one piece. The One Piece! One Piece is real, or so I've been told. My name is Moist Critical, and my voice sounds like this, and I'm actually a pretty chill guy, and I own a lot of guns. He really does. Check it out. Look him up. Okay, this is Maxi, by the way. I'm going to add their name up here. You turned 19? Congratulations! Also, word of the wise, just have a great birthday, for crying out loud. I don't know how else to put it to you. Have you had a good birthday? Because you should. Also, guys, do me a favor. Remember to have fun no matter where you are. There's a lot of miserable people in the world. A lot of miserable people. They're also really good liars. And they'll say, I'm not miserable. I'm just concerned about whatever. You see them all over social media. They're upset whenever somebody does anything. And I would say, Don't give those people the time of day. Don't engage with obviously contentious content. Just relax, try and have fun. And remember, you're not the hero. I think a lot of people have a hero complex, and I mean that. I'm not saying if somebody's getting hurt in real life, not on the internet, if somebody's getting hurt in real life, don't just walk the other way. But when it comes to white knighting especially, don't be that person. Please, for the love. Don't be that person. All right. Hey, that's all that matters, Warped Wolf. You got to try. You got to try. You made her scary. I love it. Well, thank you. I could make her a lot scarier, but after this, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Because, again, we're trying not to show any special treatment here. Don't want to focus too much on any one thing. So we're going to just do this line right here. Don't take that out of context. Just going to do that. I'm just going to call it there. Okay? Nothing too crazy. Nothing too over the top, but cute. Hey, crazy Haley. Your OC is an anime style? Oh, I'll draw it anyway. I don't care. All right. There we go. So the original image is right here. This is Cutesy Maxi, the canon Maxi, so to speak. Don't worry, Casper. I'll try it. And this is my version. This is, I guess, Nightmare Maxi. Feel free to screenshot. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Shh, Sinista. No, that's definitely not the case. Reminds me of a biblically accurate angel. Fun story about that. So the very first, I'm talking very first OC that I ever redrew as part of these videos that I've been doing, like the sound and whatnot. Where is it? It was a biblically accurate angel OC, and its name was Steve. So this was technically the first OC that I redrew as part of these videos. Not the first OC that I've drawn in total, but side note, the original image didn't have wings. It had these like tendrils or whatever. So that's what I did, and I posted it to TikTok. And here on YouTube, the comments are generally pretty nice. Over on TikTok, they do not care. I was just getting called out, like, you don't know what a biblically accurate angel is? And it's like, dude, I'm looking at this. Are you looking at the same image I'm looking at? But anyway, yeah. Fun times. We have a lot of fun around here. That was when I thought that these drawings were going to be way more complicated than they actually are. But, all right, with that, congratulations, Maxi. Who wants me to draw their OC? Let's see. First person to put, thank you everyone. Thank you for all the support and the love on these live streams. Let's see. First person to do, let's just see a sun. First person to put a sun emoji in the chat. I'll draw it. I'll draw your OC next. Singing lessons. Have fun, Alice. Hey, American Spheres. What's up? So first person to put a sun emoji, I'll draw your OC next, okay? Again, it's not what you see, it's what I see. So please keep that. Oh, hey, Mare. Well done, Mare's Broadcast. Another incredible artist from MD Season 2. As you guys can see here, it's the very first sun that came up. If your name isn't Mare, don't worry. This is another person everybody here should be subscribed to. Seriously, the fact that Mare only has 66 subscribers is a crime, and someone should go to jail for it. Not me, of course, but yeah, Mare, huge legend in my minds. Let's see. So I believe, is this the OC you want me to draw, Mare? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Actually, there was... Let me tip the camera down real quick so I can check Discord. Because there was... You sent me some messages on Discord as well, but let's see. Just want to see if it's another... Ooh, oh, I see. I see what you sent me on Discord. So, like I said, Mare is one of the artists for MD Season 2. And I'll give you guys a little sneak peek, huh? You guys ready for this? Ooh, oh, okay. There you go. Did you catch it? Did you see it? Don't worry if your name isn't Mare, by the way. I am going to get to as many people as possible, but I think we're just gonna... I think we'll just do this one. How's that sound? This, by the way, is what I'm looking at. Pretty cool. Pretty fun. Mare is an incredible 3D modeler and animator, and also the king of the backrooms, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, check out the live stream I did for Halloween where Mare carried me through the backrooms. Almost all of it, by the way. We need to finish that at some point. But let's go ahead and draw this. Mare, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. All right, that's all I'm going to say. So let's take your OC here. And I'm going to do a little sketch first. So here we go. Let's do something like this. Nice circle. And then a nice little square like this. So it comes down like that. And then we're gonna keep your character bald because that's important. We're gonna add the something like that. Have the thing coming down like that. Yeah, just like that, or like that is what I mean. We're gonna have the turtleneck here. You have the shoulder like there, back like right there, and then we're gonna have the sleeves. I'm gonna put the sleeves out like right here. How's that sound? Sleeves like this. We're gonna have big obnoxious sleeves, so I don't have to draw hands because I'm a little tired right now. Cut me some slack. I was in a car accident. Oh man, aren't you guys so glad I'm not like a Twitch streamer? Because if I was a Twitch streamer, I would be pretending to be in the hospital. I would be writing this like no tomorrow. Like I would be just talking it up. Seriously, the amount of drama that happens between Twitch streamers is unbelievable. It's unreal and it drives me nuts. And that's why I'm not on Twitch. One of the many reasons. We'll go ahead and do that. Something like that. I don't think it needs to come out that far. Something like that. Something like that. Then we'll keep the eye nice and big like that. I appreciate that your OC only has an eye. And then something like that. Yeah. And then we'll do no eyebrows or eyelashes or anything. I guess that's all we need to do. Yeah, everybody please go. Thank you, everyone who's subscribing to Mare. Mare deserves all the attention you can send their way. Like, absolutely go. Hey, what's up, JJ? Everybody go subscribe to Mare. Absolute legend. Deserves every ounce of support you can send his way. All right, with that, let's go ahead and start filling this in here. I think that's the right color. Looks pretty good. Come down like this. I don't know if what I'm trying to do is going to be obvious. It probably isn't, but let's take the circle here. Just like that. And then we're going to do a little bit of this. Just like that. And then... let's see here. Pull it up like that. Have you guys seen the show Gargoyles? A little crazy, or a little off subject, I understand. If that's a little random for everyone. But I've been getting into Gargoyles lately. That's one of those shows that... yeah, I've been really getting into it lately. Gargoyles is such a cool show. And I'm kind of glad it has a beginning, middle, and end. I know that there are people that wish there was more, and I am definitely one of them. But at the same time, I really like what they were able to do with what they had. Gargoyles is amazing. The real world sucks. I agree. The real world does suck, but then again, you and I live in it, so might as well make the most of it that we can, right? At least that's my reasoning. You don't have to like it, you just gotta live in it for a little bit. Okay, we'll do a little something like this. Again, I'm not trying to spend too much time on any one person's OC. Just going to have a little bit of fun here. Just like this. And if this doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry, it will in a little bit. And we'll do that. And then I'm going to make the rest of it a slightly lighter shade of brown, if that makes sense. So you can actually make out the different sections here. I promise these are different colors. Yeah, something like that. All right, just like that. And now what we can do is we can take the black marker here, and let's see. Yeah, here we go. Kind of like this. Nice, bald, shiny head. Just like that. There we go. And then just like that. Tiny little detail. Again, difficult to see because it's a lot of brown, but that's cool. Just around like that. Nice big, cartoonishly big sleeves here. Something kind of like that. You feel me? And I think that's pretty good, to be honest. There's got to be one more thing I can do with it. There's got to be one more thing I can do with this. Got to be able to add something unique here, something special. Wait, I've got it. All right, here we go. Again, apologies, Mare, for what I'm about to do. So we're going to take... I don't know why, but I imagine your character having an orange tongue. They don't really have a mouth, but yeah. That's right. I gave your character a mouth. Shame on me, I know. I was going to turn him into a cute anime girl, but I kind of like this better. I feel like less is more sometimes. So anyway, this is Mare. Please go subscribe. Mare is amazing. Let's see. We got that. And this is what I came up with. It's like this one is looking at the real Mare and being like, dang, is that what I look like? Dang, that's kind of nice. But here you go, Mare. I hope you enjoy this. Hang on, I forgot the most important part. Shame on me. Remember to always sign your artwork. So that's what I did. There you go. Congratulations, Mare. Always love drawing your stuff and seeing what you draw too. Seriously, Mare is a legend. But with that, all right, who's next? Who am I going to draw next? All right, so first person to comment a milkshake emoji. Milkshake emoji. Milkshakes are awesome. I want a milkshake emoji. First person to do that, I will draw your OC next. Again, please remember, this is the live chat as I can see it, not as you can see it, so be a little patient with me, okay? First, milkshake emoji. As the chat puts it in here. Let's see who's going to get it. Who's going to get it first? Ooh, Casper. Is that a milkshake? That looks like a cup of milk. Okay, Crazy Harley, I get what you're going for here. I think Casper is the technical winner. We'll do Casper first. How's that sound? Oh, another hand puppet dragon person thing. Cool. All right. Let's do that. All All right, guys, I'm aware that there isn't technically a milkshake emoji. I was hoping you were going to use your creativity and do the next best thing, which Casper did. And so did Crazy Harley and Wolf Snake and Wrong World and everything, and HO93. But either way, I appreciate it. We'll do that. We'll do this one. So, Casper, what is your OC? Is this it? Took me 4 hours to make. I'm going to assume that it is. Wait, which one is it? Is it, tell me, Casper, is it this top one here or is it this one here? Both of which look really cool. I think, let's see. Okay, we've got that as well. Okay, whatever that is. That's cool. I like that. You just went to boba? Oh, I love boba. I have an unhealthy obsession with boba. Tell you what, I'm going to do the dragon one because dragon ones are cool. Okay, Casper? Down here, guys. Eyes are down here. Let's do that. There we go. It's the red dragon video, you say? Is it a short? This one? Ah, I see what you mean. Oh, cool. So you got your whole process up here. Let me pull the camera up so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's just... Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to draw this. Down here, guys. Down here. So, we got mirror right there. Let's do this dragon, shall we? All right. Are you ready for your dragon to become a robot? Because I'm going to turn it into a robot. All right, so the cool thing about dragons, especially in this particular pose, is you can kind of do whatever you want with them. I'm just going to, let's see here. Just coming down kind of like this. Something kind of like that. And then we can like do the wings like this. Because there's definitely wings. I can see them. There's definitely wings. We can come down kind of like that. And then there's the body. And then like the arms are down here. Except they're not going to be arms necessarily. Kind of like that. We're just doing basic outlines right now, so bear with me on this. And yeah, let's do something like that. Or actually, we'll do hind legs, hind quarters. You know what I'm about. Something like that. Something kind of like this. And then the tail is going to wrap up and around, and we're going to try and get the whole thing in the image this time. It's going to be hard, but I think we can do it. Okay. Here we go. Dinosaur having lips. Yeah. It's always fun. Okay. Let's see here. Dragon robot. So we're going to take the original idea and we're going to build it out a little bit more. We're going to go down like this. And I like the eye design. So kind of like this. I like that it's kind of like a brontosaurus. We're going to go eye, like right there. Second eye, right there. And then, so we got the spines coming up off the front here, like all the way on the nose. Okay, so far so good. And that's about the only part of this that I'm going to keep, normal, so to speak. The rest of this is going to be very robotic. So starting with the pattern down the front here, we're going to have this. Gonna have some panels here. I got to be so careful on this one because if I'm not careful, I'm gonna be here like all day because I love dragons. Actually, in American Nexus, a dragon attacks the United States, and it can grant any wish you want. By the way, let me ask you guys something. If a magical dragon offered to grant any wish, and all it asked was that you offer a few drops of your blood, would you do it? Would you guys give a few drops of your blood? That's the question that people have to answer in American Nexus. I'm going to give it like fins, so to speak, like flippers. Kind of flippers, so that way I can kind of cheat around the hand thing. I like flippers. I think flippers are fun. I don't know if this dragon was meant to be aquatic, but I'm turning it into a submarine. So I'm kind of like that. But yeah. What do you guys think? I'm doing good, Wolf Snake. Doing pretty good. I mean, the accident wasn't too bad, so I think things are going pretty good. Doing kind of like a horse design for this one, I guess. Kind of like this. Again, not trying to be perfect, just trying to be good enough. And then the tail comes down kind of like this. I'm not gonna lie, this might be my favorite one I've done so far, but that's because I love dragons. Am I into anatomy? Depends. It depends. I draw so many robots and monsters. Like I draw so many monsters and robots. I don't always like pay attention to it. At least that's my excuse. But I also don't like looking at nude people, if that makes sense. I know not all models are nude, so to speak. Okay, the wing's gonna be a little misshapen, but that's okay. It's supposed to be. We're going robotic here. But yeah, anatomy is interesting. What's the situation over here? Hey, GJ, the absolute legend themselves. We're drawing this person's OC as a robot. So how do we make this into a robot? Well, it's simple. The devil's in the details, and the details are definitely here. So what we're going to do is come down like this, like that. All right, and now we start adding the robot parts. So here's what we do. Is somebody calling me right now? Wow, how appropriate. Washington, D.C. is calling me. I hate spam calls. Okay. If there's no name, I'm not answering it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my second black marker. I'm going to start adding the little details. So fun thing about robots, honestly, if you want good examples of what a good robot looks like, then I recommend the Transformers comics. Not necessarily to read, but to get an idea for what robotic parts might look like. Or at least how to draw them in an interesting way. So we're going to do a couple of these. We're going to go like full circuit board kind of look, if that makes sense. Going to add some wires here, little details. Little details go a long way when it comes to drawing robots. Add some panels here. And I get called by cities. Yeah, apparently. Oh, here we go. So then we come over here for this. Panels are always my go-to when drawing any kind of robot. And the best part is, when it comes to robotic designs specifically, there aren't really any rules. As long as you have like some basic understanding, you should be okay. Okay, and then on the tail, we're gonna have like this kind of dealio going here. like some kind of charge, something or other, like electricity, like boom, that kind of charge. And then we're gonna add more. We're gonna add panels here on the arms. Elbow is a point of flexibility, so we have to emphasize that. Just like that. And then we come down like this. Somebody told me a long time ago that I should do like I should do a coloring book. And honestly, I've thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. I don't even know where I would start for that, though. That would be a whole other adventure. And I would have to draw stuff to be in the coloring book in the first place. But let me know if you guys, would you be interested in that? Because I might do that someday. I think it'd be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun. Again, is this perfect? No. 100% no. But we're not going for perfection. We are not Clue from Tron Legacy. We do not care about perfection or the pursuit thereof. As far as I'm concerned, if you try and be perfect, you will never be satisfied. Not to say you shouldn't strive to be the best you can, but that doesn't mean you have to be perfect, if that makes sense. Doing the best you can with what you've got doesn't necessarily include being perfect. In fact, oftentimes it doesn't. All right, let me bring some things in here. I'm sorry, I'm getting so wrapped up in this. I'm trying. I know I shouldn't. Okay. I need to stop. I'm sorry. You guys want me to draw your OCs as well. I just need to stop on this one. You know what? We're gonna add a little detail and we're gonna call it there, so I don't spend all night drawing one image, because it would be very, very easy to do. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a little blue here and there. Okay, a little blue, because blue is robotic. Is the shading gonna be good? No, but that is kind of the point. It's like scratchy. It's very scratchy. Like that little bit of blue on the belly. And then, where's the other one? There it is. I'm gonna add a little bit of green in the eyes. This part right here. Just like that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of sparks on that side there. And then to top it off, I'm gonna take purple. What time is it over there, sir? I have no idea. I'm not checking that. Honestly, I'm not even gonna check at this point. But we're gonna come over here like this, try and color in between the panels a little bit. Just to give the impression of depth, you know what I mean? I know these aren't the exact colors from the original drawing here, but this is my interpretation. It's not supposed to be perfect. In fact, it's supposed to be a little different. So kind of like that. Honestly, this side should be a lot darker, but I think it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna do that. A little something like that, and then to top it off as a reference to the original, we're gonna take this hot pink color here, and we're gonna do a little of that. Okay. All right, and then most important part. Just like that. All right, so this is what we started with. And by Tired Casper. Really, really cool dragon drawing here. And then I did this. This is my interpretation. It's, I like it. Turned it into a robot. I did a full body one, so I've got that up on you. I got one up on you, Casper. Haha, I did a full body image of your dragon. But yeah, here you go. Welcome, Novisor. I think it's how you say your username. But there we go. That's another OC done. All right, who wants me to draw their OC next? Let's see here. What should we do? What should the next emoji be? Let's see here. First person to do, we'll say a fire emoji. First person to do a fire emoji as it appears in the live chat, I'll draw their OC next. Sound good? I hope so. I'm going to plug my phone in real quick. First person to put a fire emoji. Again, it's not what you can see, it's what I can see. So I don't care if it came up first on your side, it's what comes up here on my side. So, all right, white flower. According to what I can see right here, you guys can see it. According to the live chat, white flower, congratulations. Oh, hold on. Come on. There we go. Maybe. OBS is being a little slow. I apologize. But congratulations, white flower. I'm going to go ahead and draw yours next, okay? It's buffering, I guess. Taking a sweet time. Come on. Let me just do it the old-fashioned way. White flower. Okay, that's not what I was looking for at all. Go to channel. There we go. All right, sorry, that was unusually slow, but hey. Okay, wow. What kind of OC are we looking at here? What kind of OC are we looking at here? There we go. All right. Finally caught up. If your name isn't White Flower, by the way, don't worry. I'm going to try and get to as many people as possible. But as a reminder, just because you share your OC with me does not guarantee I'm going to draw it. It's a bit of the luck of the draw here. Speaking of draw, which is your OC? Is this all the same character? Okay, my OC right here. My OCs, not all of them. That's confusing. White flower, here we go. I'm assuming this is your OC right here. Let me know. I'm gonna draw this one, okay? Pretty simple thing to do, I think. Let's do a classic here. Let's get some of the brown. I'm gonna give your OC some crazy. Oh, I should probably put the camera on it. Hang on. Right here. Thank you, Casper. Come down here like this. Gonna give it some of the messier hair. Okay. Kind of like that. Something kind of cool, you know? Something kind of rebellious. Something kind of like that. And then we'll do something like this. And then we'll go like that. Some kind of cool. I'm thinking Dead Space for some reason. Kind of like this. And then all we have to work off of is a headshot. So that's all I'm going to do for this one. Hope you understand. We'll do something kind of like this. like this. Sorry, I'm trying to lock in here because this one feels special. I don't know why. It just does. Feels a little special. Okay. Do that. I noticed your character has green eyes, so we're going to do a little, just a tiny little bit of highlighting here. Tiny bit of highlighting, just like that. And then the most important part, your character is going to get this cool looking scythe that they've got on their back here. Except we're gonna take it a step further. Add a little spike there on the end. Gonna add some reinforcement on it. And let's make this kind of like sci-fi looking as well. Very reminiscent of my book. Hey, Warped the Wolf for $2. Whenever I apologize, I mean what I say. Well, I have no reason to not believe you, so thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. And as the screen says at the top here, donators get priority. So Warped the Wolf, I mean. Is it going to work here? There we go. Let's do your OC next. How does that sound? Let's go here to shorts. All right, got the OC pulled up here, so we'll do that next. Thank you again for the donation here, and thank you for trying to be a little bit better. Means a lot. Takes a big man to admit when he's wrong. So good job. Yeah, we'll get yours done here in a little bit. All right, almost done with this one here. I'm loving how this one's turning out, though. This is pretty fun. But here we go. Here is your OC with a twist. Hope it's a twist you enjoy. You know, there are some people on Instagram who would charge you $30 for this. Isn't that crazy? Well, I digress. I'm not going to get off on that tangent. But this is the OC we were working with here. This is White Flower. Pretty awesome, pretty fun little OC. This is my interpretation. Turned him into a bit of a robot here. Hope you enjoy this. Gave him a cool little faceless mask. But yeah, there you go. Hope you enjoy this. And with that, let's draw the next one, shall we? The next one, if you guys would like to help, I've seen a couple comments about this. If anybody wants to help with Murder Drones Season 2, you can. I'm not looking for voice actors right now. I am looking for artists, always. Always looking for more artists that want to help out with the project. Because if you do, I get to, put your voice out there a little bit. Hopefully put a little spotlight on you. But, yeah. I appreciate all the people who are offering to help. Just send me a message on Discord. That's Prof. Sir. But anyway, I'll ask you to send me some examples of your art, and if I like it, then I'll bring you on the project. It's not paid, by the way. It's all volunteer work, but that's kind of how we roll around here. All right, so this is the OC we're going to do next. Let's put it down here, and I think I know exactly what I'm going to do for this one. Let's get our purple out first here. Let's do something kind of like that. Saw the 80s movie Legend recently. If you've never seen that movie, I highly encourage you check it out. Ask your parents about it too, because chances are they've seen it or they know what it is. It's pretty, it is an 80s movie all the way through. I would say it's peak fiction, but I don't mean peak fiction in the sense that like, oh, there's never going to be a film or a project as good as this ever again. No, not like that. It's just like interesting. It's very, when I say peak fiction, I mean they go all in on the fictional stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Legend is quite the interesting story here. Come around like this, add a little bit of this. Has anyone here seen the original animated Buzz Lightyear story? I love, or not story, but show. I love that show. Absolutely love that show. It is so goated. Zurg is one of my favorite villains of all time, just because he hates Buzz Lightyear so much, and yet they end up working together on quite a few occasions, and it's very entertaining. All right, we're gonna do a little of this, a little of that, and then we'll come up here, add the outline to this. We'll do the circle, just like that. I'm just going to make it a black void because that's funny. Then we're going to do the... Yeah, just like that. Might be a little difficult to see because the purple's pretty thick, but I promise there is some detail there. And then for the crown, we're going to do something obscenely over the top, kind of like this. Just like that. All right. And then, oh, I almost forgot. Got to have the little shackle thing on the left side here. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear show is pretty cool. I like it. You're having a lot of rain and you're loving it? Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I appreciate that. You know, that somebody else enjoys the rain. I enjoy the rain too. I don't currently live there, but I used to live in a place called Portland, Oregon. I can't say I recommend it because it's, you know, constantly on fire and full of crazy people. But the area I lived in was very, very nice. I was there for 2 years. Had just an absolute blast with what I was able to do. It's a beautiful area. There's just a lot of homeless people, and they're not cool homeless people. It's the big distinction there. Sometimes homeless people are chill. None of the homeless people in Portland were very chill from what I remember, which is unfortunate because, like I said, Portland is a very pretty area. I know there's more than one Portland too, so... but yeah, Portland, Oregon, man, it was fun. I enjoyed all the like sports and outdoor activities that were there. I'm not a big outdoor person, if you couldn't tell. But I mean, if I have a group of friends, I'll go on a hike. I don't mind. I don't care one bit. But if it's just me, it usually takes, you know, a little bit more effort to get out there and see the big beautiful world, so to speak. I'll do it, but, you know, not my go-to thing. Also, camping sucks. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like camping. Camping is one of my least favorite activities. The stuff you do before you go to sleep, that's fun. But when it comes to actually sleeping outside, it's like, I would rather just sleep in the car. It's like, we don't have to do... You know who camps? Camping was done by poor people. People who are, you know, homeless by choice. Camping is that kind of activity in my mind. It's like, we don't have to do this. We don't have to go camping. If you like to go camping, cool. Don't expect me to go with you, because I won't. But, yeah, camping's interesting. I say that because I've been camping so many times, and it's never a pleasant experience for me, at least. But anyway, this is the OC we were working with here. This is by Warped the Wolf. Let's go ahead and like that video, just to show that we did it. And this is my interpretation of their OC. So, hope you enjoy it, Warped the Wolf. Thank you again for the $2. That does mean a lot to me. And yeah, I appreciate it. I think this turned out pretty fun. Hope you like this. Cool OC, by the way. But yeah, let's see. Who's next? Who wants me to draw their OC next? What's my opinion on Dispatch? Ooh, I haven't played Dispatch yet, but everything I've seen of it has just been people showering it in praise. So I'm probably going to add it to my list. But let's see. Next person who puts, let's say, a soccer ball or a football if you're European. First person to put a soccer or a football in the chat, an emoji. I'll draw your OC next, okay? Totally up to chance. I would rather camp in my own bed too. Warped the Wolf, I would absolutely rather do that. But yeah, it's, again, live chat, not based on what you can see. It's based on what I can see. We're throwing it up in the air like this, okay? Trying to keep everybody on their toes, so to speak. Well, not trying. It's just natural byproduct. Ooh, okay. Who's that? Sans Undertale? Sans Undertale? Wow. We're back with Undertale, everybody. All right, congratulations, Sans Undertale. Let's take a look here. Where's your OC? Oh, here we go. Perfect. That's a fun OC. I like that. If your name isn't Hannah Wood 8272, might want to redraw that. Also, the Ryan Gaming 474, that's dope. I love that. That's really cool. But anyway, this is I'll draw this next. This is Gravedigger, I guess is the character's name. So let's do this one next. This shouldn't take very long. So if your name isn't Hannah Wood, then stick around because we're probably going to get this done in a jiffy. But let's draw it with a twist, shall we? So let's see. We got our circle right here. There's like a little cutout for the eyes right there. It's like a ninja character from what I can see. But let's make this a little interesting, shall we? We're going to make a little ball. I'm using a lot of red this time. It's cool. I like red. Another scythe as well, or sickle, whichever one it is. Let's come off like this. Just like that. We're just gonna like go full in. Going full in on like the, I guess we're going like Matrix themed over here. Going all in on the Matrix stuff. Again, I'm trying not to show anybody any special treatment here. And by special treatment, I mean I don't want to spend too much time drawing any one person's OC. I want to get to as many people as I can. As long as it's with a twist, that's what matters. So we got our like tendrils going out like this. There's a cape, I've noticed. We're going to do the skull here in the middle. Just like this. Actually, let's go all the way here. We got our nice little skull and crossbones. Just like that. And then we'll go like this. And we'll add a few details here and there. But the idea is that this is like some kind of bug almost. I'm imagining a bug of some kind. And we got all these tendrils coming off to the side here. And let's just put the scythe like right here, shall we? Add like a little spike on the back. And there we go. We got that. There's also like a V-neck right here, I guess. Cool little V-neck. Good, Warped Wolf. I'm going to hold you to that. Okay, there we go. We've got the arms like this. Yeah, just like that. And we got our tendrils. So for the tendrils, well, first, let me add some gray over the eyes here. And then for, actually, we'll color this in as well. Gotta have the scythe. Okay. And then for the tendrils, let's just get our light gray here, our shader. We're gonna come in here, just add subtle shading all around. Just like that. Cool. Return of the Mac. Why is that stuck in my head right now? Ugh. It's not even that great of a song. It's entertaining, don't get me wrong. By the way, if anybody wants to clip moments from my videos or my live streams and like make compilations or anything like that, you never need my permission to do that. Ever. You never need my permission to, especially from live streams. In fact, if anybody wants to start a Professor Clips channel, by all means. I mean, I would like to be involved at some point. I would like to know, like, what videos are you going to clip next and that kind of thing. But I am totally open to somebody starting a Clips channel. I think it would be fun. Be a great way for us both to hopefully get our names out there too. But yeah. Professor Clips. I'm surprised no one's done it so far. Not that I'm big enough to warrant that, but I don't know. I've done some very clippable things in the past, so maybe everybody's just a better person than I am. Who knows? Probably not. I am pretty great and humble too. Hey, what's up, Starlet? Okay. There we go. Subtle with this one. Try not to go too far out here, but so this is what we started with right here. If you can kind of see it, got like a little ninja character, grave digger as they're called, and this is my interpretation. Turned him into like some spindly spider or something or other, but pretty fun, pretty cool, pretty cool. I think it's kind of fun. Feel free to screenshot it if you want or whatever you want to do with this. I enjoyed drawing it. It's fun. But with that, let's do the next one, shall we? Okay, so whose OC am I going to redraw next? Let's see. Thank you for the kind words, Crazy Hair. I think for the next emoji, let's do a crown. First person to put a crown emoji in the chat will do that next. Sound good? Hi, Anonymous MD fan. First person to put a crown in the live chat, as you can see right here. I do have the live chat pulled up, so it's not what you guys see, it's what I see. So first person to put a crown. I'll draw your OC next. Holy crap. Hey, H093. Congratulations, H093. That's the very first crown I can see right here. So let's look at your channel next. Okay, H093. Where is your OC? A very interesting channel here from what I can see. These look like a bunch of memes, which is cool. Where's your OC though? I'm not seeing an OC on here. Is it in a post? Did you make a post? Good gravy. Oh my gosh, is this your OC? Holy crap. Okay, well, let's just keep that down there. That's interesting. Let's look. Oh, you said it's in your newest post? All right, let's look at the posts here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Same image, not a video though, so hopefully don't have to. All right. Well, what the heck are we going to do? What are we going to do for this? You know what? When in doubt, turn into a Murder Drones character. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make you into a Murder Drones character. How's that sound? First, I'm going to make you into a Tessa, if you will. Come up like this. Fun fact, did you guys know I used to work at NASA? This is true. I used to work at NASA. So drawing astronauts is kind of my thing. Drawing hats, though, that is not. Got a very Looney Tunes looking hat here, but hey, gets the point across, so that's all that matters. that is a crazy looking hat there. All right, we'll do something like that, and then we'll put the shoulders down like this. Do like down here. It's like Tessa's a tiny little thing. Cartoon characters, by the way. Cartoon characters. Proportions are definitely not going to be real. Or realistic, I should add. Do something kind of like this. Very, very standard, very basic pose, I would say. Very, very basic. Come down like this. Then they got the boots. Pretty basic boots. We'll color them yellow. We'll call them Tim's. How's that sound? Very bone-looking arms. Do you guys know what bone is? Put your hands behind your back because you are under arrest for that OC. But here we go. Yeah, used to work at, it is the Space Place. I would call it the Space Place. And the thing with the Space Place is it is a very cool place to work. We're going to add a little belt here. But it is full of very interesting people who think they've talked to aliens. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes that is the case. So we would get people who would come like straight from the crazy person hospital. Not even kidding. And they would insist that they had to talk. This is real, by the way. They would be like, I have to talk to the president. The aliens have contacted me. This is a real thing that happened multiple times. Like there were guys that would show up, guys and girls, that would still have the hospital bracelet on, except it wasn't a hospital bracelet. It was for like a crazy person place. And it was fun. It was interesting. But at the same time, it was like, why? Oh, also, there was one time we got a letter of complaint. A letter of complaint from an old lady who I guess lived kind of in the area. Kind of. She wanted to file a formal complaint in the form of a letter, and she delivered it to us, to NASA. Or I should say the Visitor Center. She gave it to the Visitor Center because she couldn't get to actual NASA. And yeah, the letter in question, by the way, if someone tries to hand you an envelope in real life, don't ever take it. But the letter itself, let's give it some knee pads here. It was a letter complaining about the noise. Granted, this is NASA and they make stuff. This is mission control. So the rockets aren't launching from here. We do get a lot of helicopters in that area though. And long story short, this lady thought that we were an airport basically and wanted us to turn the noise down. Otherwise she was going to complain to the city. And we all had a very good laugh about that. We were like, yeah, you go for it, lady. I'm sure of all places, the third largest city in the country is going to consider the feelings of some crazy old lady that thinks that actual NASA is an airport. But anyway, let's put this on right here. I'm going to put your username on it, okay? 93. All right, you can't really see what it says, but you get the point. You get the point. Got like a backpack or something on the back here. And yeah, let's oh, I'm gonna add a little bubble too. Let's add a little text bubble. I woke up like this. The song is still stuck in my head. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. I gotta stop singing it. They might think that my singing is so realistic, it's so on brand that I just played the actual song and then they'll strike my channel, and I don't want that. So let's try to avoid that if we can. Sorry, just adding a little bit of detail here. A little bit of detail here and there. And we'll call it good here in just a second. Again, try not to show any special treatment to anybody in particular, at least when it comes to their drawings. Return. I gotta stop saying that. Oh, I need a new song. What's a song? Somebody tell me what your favorite song is. What's your favorite song? I need something else to be in my head right now. Okay, we'll call it there. We'll call it there. Oh wait, the hat. The hat needs some shading as well. Almost forgot. There we go. Okay. So, let's say, so here is the original image, and this is what I did to him. I turned it into a cartoon character. Oh, there is some shading. I don't know. Can you guys even see it? There's like gray filling out the details here. It's not just a black and white image, I promise. But there you go. Hope you guys enjoy that. And congratulations, HO93. So, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Next person who puts, we'll say a music note. First person to put a music note emoji in the chat. I'll draw your OC next. Sound good? Now that we're talking about music and all. Yeah, first person, again, it's not what you see, it's what I see. I have the live chat pulled up. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it, HO93. So, music note emoji, first person to do that. I'll draw your OC next. How's that sound? Oh, let's say... Which, yeah, music note emoji. Who's going to do it next? I make code. Okay, I make code. Again, it's what you guys see, or it's what I see, not what you guys see. So here's the thing. I make code. I already drew your OC. We know that for a fact. So I'm going to go to the person beneath you because I don't want to do anyone's OC more than once, if that makes sense. So thank you for being first, I make code. But we're going to do Crazy Harley next since they were the second person and I already drew I make codes, and I make code as a regular here, so we're gonna cut him some slack. So here we go, Crazy Harley. Let's look at the shorts here. Is this your OC? Your OC, Rusty. Kind of cool. Wow, that is a fun looking OC. It's like a clown or something, and he's got a top hat and a tail. I kind of like that. That's fun. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. All right, here we go. Down we go. Let's draw. Oh, I got to put I keep forgetting to put my book in the frame here. Again, guys, the best way to support me is to read my book. I would love it if you bought a copy, but if you can't buy a copy, just read it, please. Worked very hard on this. If you like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, you'll love American Nexus. So here we go. Let's draw this character, shall we? So it's like a clown. We got a top hat. Here at the top, it's like a circle looking thing. Then we got our hair coming out kind of like this. Kind of like that. Little crazy, a little funny. Then we got the actual face, like right here, something kind of like that. We'll do kind of an anime style where it comes down to a point. We got the neck, which is covered up by a cool looking bow tie. Bow ties deserve more love. Bow ties are fun. We got the bow tie, and we got the, wow. There's a lot of detail on this. I like this. I'm not going to do all the detail here. In fact, I think I'm just going to do like an upper body kind of shot here, if that makes sense. So pretty cool on this. Let's do, we got two hands like right here to start, and then there's like the other hands that are going to be down here. Something kind of like this, and then we'll do like, look how strong I am sort of pose, you know what I mean? Something kind of like that. And we'll do like the balled up fist kind of thing. Yeah, something kind of like that. Kind of like that, and then we'll do... Yeah, something kind of like this. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Apologize if you guys can't see very well. Just trying to get this done here. He's got his other hands in his pockets, so I only have to draw one set. So kind of like that. And then we'll do, again, a robot kind of face, if that makes sense. All right, we'll do that. How's that sound? Upper body stuff. Yeah, again, guys, tell me you have an annoying question. You can ask me whenever, I guess. If I see it, I'll answer it. But yeah, let's see here. So we got this. Let's start drawing, shall we? Or start coloring in, I should say. So we got our top hat right here. Have you guys ever heard someone say, I can't draw that, or I can't do this, I can't do that? Doesn't that drive you nuts? When people are like, I can't draw it. I'm not a good enough artist. I can't. It's like, you can. You absolutely can. You're just worried it's not going to look as cool as it is in your head. It's like, how about you try first, then start crying about it? Try and draw it. Come talk to me afterwards. I'm so tired of people not even trying. It's like, I get it. There's stuff that's scary. Stuff you haven't drawn before. Stuff that intimidates you. But those are the kinds of things you should be drawing, to be honest. At least that's my personal opinion. And it is an opinion, and opinions mean nothing, so... You know. What does it matter? You know, actually, I don't have a character in American... Oh, American Spheres! Thank you for the $2. Can you make my friends next? At Geometric Sammy? Well, sure. As you guys can see at the top here, it says donators get priority. So, heck yeah. Why not? Hold on. Let me just get out of this real quick. Okay, Geometro. I'll look that up. Actually, let me do it right here in the top. Thank you so much for donating. That means a lot. I appreciate when people are willing to send me something, because, yeah. Geometro Sammy. Hey, I see why they might be your friend. Cool. Very, very cool. Is their OC their profile picture from what I can see? I'll check in a second, but thank you again, American Spheres. The absolute legend. Guys, that's another person you should go subscribe to. American Spheres, not because they donated, but because they do some pretty cool artwork and some really good 3D modeling. And you guys know me, I love my 3D models and modelers. They work really hard. Okay, here we go. We're doing some good work here. I got this sleeve in there, kind of like that. Something kind of like that. As I was saying, I don't have a four-armed character. Oh, wait, you know, I do. I do have a four-armed character in American Nexus. Not a good guy, but what I was getting at is there's actually a character that has 3 heads. It's a fox mutant kind of character. Because the thing is, in American Nexus, sure, the dragon will grant your wish, but... the payment is someday you'll mutate into this absolutely horrifying monster that tends to be like a human-animal hybrid monster-looking thing. And it's not a fun way to go. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a fun way to go at all. So, yeah, you get your wish granted, but it's like, it's you know, risk-reward kind of thing. It's like, if you really want it, well, then sure, becoming a mutated monster that hunts down your friends and family, I'm sure it's absolutely worth it. I'm sure. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. All right, we're going to keep adding our details here, just like this. All right, we got that. That's a pretty cool mask, if I do say so myself. We'll add a little ribbon right here. Just like that. We'll add even like a little patch as well. How's that? Is that cool? Is that acceptable to you? Then we'll do a little of that. Add little details. Again, I'm trying not to spend too much time on any one drawing here. But I think it's kind of funny. Angel dust. Okay. Yeah, I guess this kind of, yeah, it's similar. Let's add a tiny little bit of color, and I mean tiny. Tiny little bit of color just on the bottoms here. I don't know what color the character is supposed to be. Not privy to that info, but I enjoy this OC quite a bit. I enjoy drawing everyone's OC, but this OC in particular was a lot of fun. There we go. Something kind of like that. We'll color that in. And last but not least, and then we'll call it good with this one. There we go. Oh, wait, the hair. Nah, we'll keep the hair white. Why not? All right, so this is the... Oh, wait, no. That's the next person we're going to draw. So the original OC was... Ah, crap. I don't remember where it was, but it was very, very cool looking, and this is my interpretation of that character. It's got 4 arms. I cannot believe I forgot to do this. Sorry. One sec, guys. Okay, here we go. There is our cool character with a bow tie and 4 arms and a nice top hat. Thank you very much, everybody. Everyone, check out Crazy Harley's channel, I guess. Super, super awesome voice of kindness in the chat at all times. Enjoyed drawing that character. Well done. All right, so next we've got Geometricos Sammy. Geometricos Sammy, who's got, wow, almost 1 million subscribers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't mind drawing your OC. Not one bit. Not that I would anyway, but all right. So it looks like we've got a sphere down here. I think it'll be fun. We'll draw their OC next, then we'll get back to drawing you guys, okay? So let's do, we've got a sphere with a top hat, sunglasses, and 3 primary colors. What could I do with that? I know exactly what I could do with that. Hold on 1 second, everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something like this. And then we'll come over like this. If there's anybody here that doesn't know what this game is, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry actual man tears. If you don't know what this game is. But the book? What about the book? Oh, thank you, the book. Thank you very much, Dread Encounters. Yes, the book. If you guys want to support me, please check out American Nexus on Amazon. That's the actual cover, 100% AI free. 4 books in 1, by the way, because it's about the story, not the money. So, yeah. Check it out. I would very much appreciate it if you read it. I'm not asking you to buy it, just read it. Let's do... Wow, the glasses are going to be a little high up here, but that's okay. Keep the eyes around like that. Make it nice and thick here. Yeah, just like that. Then we'll do the top hat on top. Seriously, is there anybody here that doesn't know this? Anybody at all? Like, seriously. Shame on you if you don't know what this is a reference to. Okay, got that. Oh wait, these need to be colored in. Oh, crap, that's not right. Okay. There we go. Okay. Pulled my marker out for a second there. We got that right there. Shows you how often I use these markers. Pulling them out of their thing here. Gray like that. And, okay, Pac-Man, thankfully. I was so glad you guys, there are people out there, I'm not even kidding, there are people out there right now who don't know who Pac-Man is. And it just makes me so sad. Pac-Man is an icon. People talk about like, oh, Has-Been Hotel characters are icons. Oh, the Amazing Digital Circus says icons. Pac-Man is an actual icon. Pac-Man was rolling around eating stuff before you and I were even on the map. Pac-Man's an OG, an actual OG. But here we go. We're going to draw this in like that. It's red on the bottom. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll do the top hat. We'll just fill it in with black. Keep things simple. Ooh, guess the brim's coming down here. My bad. This is what happens when you color outside the lines. So much black ink. I use so much black ink. This is why I've gone through almost 3 black markers since I started doing this. Okay, then we'll do just a simple little separator like that. And then we'll do this. It might be a flag for some. I assume it is. We'll take this one. Give it a nice ditto pink. Bonus points for anyone who knows the pink one's name. I say that because I do not know its name off the top of my head. I'm going to say Blinky. I think the pink one is Blinky. Does anybody know? Okay. Final details. Final details here. Something like that. All right, I need to know. I need to stop. I need to stop. But yeah. Okay. Cool beans. So this is Virginia. Oh, it's Pinky. Oh my gosh. I'm so stupid. Of course it's Pinky. It's the pink one. Okay. So this is the channel. This is Geometrico Sammy. And here is the OC that I decided to draw for them. Is it my finest work? I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, there we go. Hope that's funny at the very least. That's about all I was going for. But yeah, there you go. Thank you again for the $2 donation on that. I really appreciate that. I hope you had fun looking at that. But there we go. Guys, have you noticed how, like, look at this. These are all used pages right here. And that is how many pages we have left. We have almost gone through an entire sketchbook just drawing your guys' OCs. That's got to be impressive, right? Like, that's kind of cool. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the positive reinforcement. I appreciate that. Look at this. We got We got so many, like, this is all just like OCs, basically. Dang, that's a lot of work. Okay. Well, let's, why stop now, right? How many pages do we have left? I don't know. Maybe, am I going to count? Two. Not on stream, I'm not going to count. Let's just keep going. Okay, first person to put a flower emoji. First person to put a flower emoji in the chat. I'll draw your OC next. Flower emoji. I will draw your OC next. Yes, the book. You're right, the book. Right here. It is technically on screen at all times, but I appreciate your concern. But yeah, here we go. First person put a flower emoji in the chat. I'll draw your OC next. Again, it's not what you can see, it's what I can see. And oh, it looks like Anonymous MD fan. Anonymous MD fan put a flower in the chat first, the live chat at least. Congratulations to them. Let's draw your OC, okay? Looks like it's the first thing that comes up here. It's like again, apologies if you can't really, let me turn this off real quick. Does that make it easier to see? I don't think it does. Nah, it makes it worse. Okay, wow. Lighting is such a funny thing. It's a cool drawing here. Looks like it's a Murder Drones OC. N plus Jax plus Angel. Wow. Okay, that is a lot of stuff. Let's do this. All right, let's get this one done, shall we? So, I remembered the book. Relax. Again, if you'd like to support me, please consider reading American Nexus. It's available on Amazon, and it's pretty fun. If you like Percy Jackson and the Olympians, you'll love American Nexus. But here we go. Let's draw this character, I guess. So it's going to be like... If it's Jax, N, and Angel Dust, I think I know exactly what to do. We're going to do a little bit of this. We're going to do a little bit of that. Something like this. Then we'll do the... This is my interpretation of your character, by the way. It's not going to be a perfect representation or anything. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not super familiar with Angel Dust because I haven't... Thank you, Dread Encounters. I appreciate that. I have not seen Hazbin Hotel. I remember watching the pilot a long, long time ago, and that was about it. I watched the pilot to the show, and that was my experience with all of it, because it didn't really feel like my cup of tea. I'm more of a Murder Drones kind of dude. I love the Amazing Digital Circus too, for what it matters. I do know that the same voice actor voices all of these characters. I do think that is pretty cool. But yeah, this is going to be my interpretation of that character. Let's do one of the big arms, like right here, and then we'll do one of, I guess, Jax's arms right here. Actually, no, let's do like, I don't know if does Angel Dust have claws? I think Angel Dust has claws. Let's just like do claws. How does that sound? I think that sounds cool. I'm gonna do like an upper body portrait for this one as well. So hope you guys will forgive me for that. The next picture in the post is better. Okay, we'll do that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. He is better. He's laying down. Very cool. I like how dynamic the pose is. Something kind of like this. I imagine this character would be very thin. Do like a belt like this. Coming up around like that. And then we'll do like a gun, I guess. Something kind of like this. I need to practice guns. That is something I am not particularly good at, but I will work on it. I will absolutely work on it. That's very cool, VGK Dog. Thank you for sharing that. Spindly? Sure. We'll say spindly. There we go. Do you guys think that all three of these characters would actually get along? I don't think they would, personally. Oh, the music ended like a long time ago, didn't it? My apologies. Start that up again. Yeah, something cool like that. And then we'll do, because I like it when they're faceless, do something kind of like this. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll do the ears coming around just like this. Yeah, just like that. Coming up and around. And then we'll do that. Yeah, just like that. And then we'll do the first one. This will be our drone hand, so to speak, right here. Just like that. The ears. I appreciate that. The music is giving like liminal space. I'm glad. It is available here on my channel, by the way, to use for free. So if you ever want to use music in videos, then feel free to pick some of it up. I usually use Good Kid. I have a Good Kid playlist, but I wanted to mix it up today. So I did. Kind of like this. Yeah, just like that. We'll give him a little pin too. How does that sound? Then we'll come down like this. Big old sleeve. Big old sleeves all around. Gun. Iron sights. And then let's add a little bit of color, shall we? Yeah. I did write a second season to Murder Drones. So if you guys like Murder Drones, you should absolutely check it out. It's here on my channel. We're up to episode 8 at this point. A bit of a proof of concept right now, but hopefully we'll get the whole thing fully animated, which I think would be really fun. There's that. So let's do this hand, like right here. Kind of like that. And then we'll do kind of dark. It's like a navy blue almost. What markers are these? It's a hodgepodge of whatever I have around me. Not all of them are this brand. This is like the Walmart brand. But yeah, it's fun. I just try to use the best, or I do the best I can with what I've got, if that makes sense. And everything else kind of falls into place. Generally, not always, but generally. So I hope you guys remembered that. Let's take some yellow here. Gotta add some Murder Drones yellow. Something like that. We'll make the gun like dark gray. How's that sound? Yeah, kind of like that. And then I think we'll add some gray detail work, so to speak, and we'll call it there on this one. Yeah, something like that. Some dark gray right there for the detail. There. All right, there we go. Oh, forgot some yellow on the tail. My apologies for that. There we go. All right, and with that, I think we'll call it good on this. This particular one. Okay, so again, apologies if you can't see it very well, but that was what we were working with. It was a cool little drawing there. And this is what I've got. So it's a mixture of Jax, Angel Dust, and N from Murder Drones. So hopefully you enjoy it. It kind of looks like this character is holding that character at gunpoint, and that character does not care. So, yeah, I had fun with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Pretty cool all around. I love doing this. Thank you very much, everybody. And I think with that, considering everything that's happened in real life, I'm going to go ahead and call it there for this particular stream. Don't worry, I will be doing more videos and more live streams in the near future. So if I didn't draw your OC this time, who knows? I might be putting it in a short tomorrow or even sooner than that. But thank you everyone so much for tuning in for today's live stream. I see you right here in the chat. Thank you everyone who voted. Who won the poll, by the way? Which is cuter, kittens or puppies? It looks like wow, that is almost right down the middle. So according to you guys, the cutest between the two of them, puppies and kittens win out with 59% over 41%. So rip if you're a puppy, you're not as cute as a kitten. But well done, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for this live stream, and I will see you soon, okay? Feel free to review the footage for this one. This won't become a members only video. I appreciate all of you so very much.